Yeah, okay, you're professor, not prophet. When you were small, what did you want to be?
A lot of things. Astronaut, firefighter, banker, pilot, of course. Everybody loved being a pilot. But now I can't even be a passenger well because I'm scared of heights and I get terrified.
At the end of the day, like towards as you grew older, which of them started to phase out?
Oh,
Yeah, like by the age of maybe when you finish primary school.
yeah. I mean, I think it was every week. Every week I wanted to be something new. So I was losing interest in this one and picking this. I was overambitious all the time.
Okay. At this point in time now, right? What would be the thing that you say people know you the most for?
For being a clown. I mean, a part of me feels sad because I always wanted to be known for being a musician. Like that's what I had the most passion for all my life. As a matter of fact, there was a point in time that I thought I was the best singer in the world. When I hear Michael Jackson, I'm like, who's that guy? Fuck him. Like, have you heard me? It's crazy when I think back, like my confidence when it comes to like talent was like 100%. And I wanted music to be what I was remembered for. But if you tell some people now that I'm a singer, they'll be like, no, there's no way that guy can be a singer.
But it's not, but that would be because they know you recently.
Yeah, they know me for something else, yeah.
And they know you for something else. But it's not like the talent left now.
Yeah.
Why do you introduce yourself as a retired musician? Is it because of that? Because you stopped singing?
So I did that because I wanted to be funny, right? I said, it's a joke, retired musician. I mean, who retires like that? Nobody wrote anything to say, hey, okay, we've approved your resignation. So I didn't retire, but I took a break from music is what I did.
People triggered it, but encouraged you to feel like, some people, they will do music forever. They just had Kali be great. He will do music forever. You get to let him. So for you, was it another opportunity that seemed to trump whatever you were getting out of music or something else?
So the funny thing is, I would say that one of the things that made me actually take a break was Nigerian Idol. So I've done Nigerian Idol 3 seasons now, and it makes me laugh every time I say this because when I was a kid thinking about music, my biggest, I would say what it was that would have made me the happiest was getting up on stage, performing, going all the way to the finale. And then you see that, stand up for the champion, where they go on the play, blum blum, they fly. You have this gigantic cardboard paper you're holding with a whooping sum of Lord knows how much plus SUV. That was always my dream. I always wanted to have that. So I had done Nigerian Idol like 3 times, and I never went as far as I wanted to go. But here's the funny thing. I understand now that it's not even about talents. Nigerian Idol is barely about talent because everyone who goes for that from the audition stage, absolutely talented. As a matter of fact, some people who didn't even get to like a reasonable stage the first time, they've tried another time and they've actually won. So I have a friend, Chima, he got to win one of the seasons. We went in for the previous season. I went farther than him even, like he left very early. And then guess what? He came back the next season and he won. You get what I mean? So it's barely about talent. You get what I mean? Like everyone's talented, but there's a whole lot of things that happens. What's it called?
Behind the scenes.
Like there's luck. There's a luck factor. And like it depends on when you're going to sing sometimes. You go in early and the judges are happy and they pick you. You go in at some point, they're grumpy, or they've picked like 35 people, 5 more to go, they get strict. You get what I mean? So all of those things, the fact, like those factors are like even bigger than the actual talent itself. So how did this get to affect me? I thought about it like, you know what, maybe I should go back to the drawing board and just like, because my brain, that's what my brain really wanted, like the direction my brain was pushing me to.
Yeah.
I wanted that to be my story. I get to win a show like that, or I'm a runner-up, and then I begin from there. I do this and I do that. That was the story for me that I wanted. But since that was not going to happen, I was like, let's go back to the drawing board, re-strategize. And the strategy now is be a clown on social media, amass a lot of followers, and then relaunch yourself as a singer. Nas Boy did it. I can do it. So that's the idea now. So I'm on my clowning journey.
Koke, this is only going to take 20 seconds and 5 is already gone. I need a simple favor from you. If you're watching, you can notice on the screen that our numbers are displayed up there. Please do me a favor and smash a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't yet on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify, please give us a rating and like the episode. Share the episode as well. Let's get back to the episode. You have a lot of followers, TikTok, Instagram. So the amass following and clowning seems to be working. At what stage do you think you are in the whole relaunch plan?
I just tested the waters recently. So I put out a silly song. And I love this is the one thing I love about this this opportunity that this whole going back to the drawing board has given to me. I finally have the opportunity to not do music in a way that everybody else does it. You get like, you see, when I was dreaming about music growing up,
Yeah.
love was everywhere. Everyone sings about love. You know, like I grew up listening to lots of R&B singers, Usher. I love Bruno Mars. I love Neo.
That's also look for me.
Yeah, I was obsessed with those guys. Did you call my name? Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that song. Now, the thing is, I love that idea, but as an adult now, I don't love love. Oh, so it's going to be dishonest of me to like get into the studio all the time and I'm like, hey, you're the one that I want to marry. I want to take you to the bedroom. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's the inspiration anymore.
You know, that's not where I am. I'm at the point where I'm like, I like being funny. So, I mean, I like to think I am funny.
You are funny, my G. All right? No, don't look, you're even there. There's no doubt about it. You made me laugh 3 times already. How long are you doing here?
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad. So like that's what I'd rather do. And that's what I did with this song. It's goofy. And I like it. I like the absurdity. You know, so I'm glad that the whole thing with Nigerian Idol and life and everything happened. So I'm here just having fun with music. If music takes off, good. If it doesn't, well, I had fun.
This is one side of things. Let's say this is the R&B, the whole love bubble you were in. You could have come here to do music since this is not really it anymore. Why did you have to go all the way to a place that is a stranger singing a song titled Strong Shit? The lyrics are match.
Yeah.
Why did you have to go that far away from it, from the initial inspiration?
I mean, I go extreme all the time. My jokes, I love dark humor, right? So that's extreme, you would agree, right? So if I go extreme and like, I do lots of sexual jokes as well. So all of these things are very extreme.
Is that part of the strategy still?
It's just me. It's part of me. Like I love.
It's natural.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I want my music to be authentic. What I'm feeling, how crazy I am.
There's a detective thing. Does that also, at what point, where does that fit into the entire thing? Is that still you, or is still a thing that you are doing for the sake of gathering that amassing of followers and relaunching yourself?
That's very interesting. Again, as I said, I think I'm funny, right? But I also think I'm very observant, right? I walk into a place and there are some people who, I already think of an exit in case there's a fire. My brain automatically just does all that, you know? So I know where to run to. There's not going to be a fire here, right?
You really want exit to your foot. So I'm getting there before you.
Man. But yeah, so I've seen lots of things when I watch music videos that it has raised questions in my mind. And I love to ask questions. So that's all that I'm doing with that. I'm not necessarily saying, hey, this guy's a bad guy or this girl's evil or she's here to take your soul away. Never would I say that. I mean, maybe at some point I would. But like right now, the idea is what's going on here? I see this. What do you think about this? Do you think this is okay? Do you think this is weird? I'm a journalist. So that's what I do. Question reality.
Yeah, you're actually asking questions. It's fun. Are there any observations you've made recently as well that maybe we've not seen yet?
Oh yeah, I've made observations about Starboy, Popsy. Yeah. So you take a look at Whiskey. This is the song Joro. Everyone loved this song. I mean, I vibe to it. But we can see him surrounded by candles, right? And let's be honest about candles. Do you just like light up 1,000 candles in your bedroom just because you want to feel cozy?
What if it's a creative thing?
Yeah, what if? What if it's not a creative thing? Because I mean, we know what happens with candles, right? We've watched stuff, we know, so we see this, and then you look, there's a red thingy there as well.
Yeah, behind him.
Yeah.
And his shirt is red.
Yeah. So lots of red, lots of candles that are.
It's giving ritual vibes.
So.
But is that enough to?
It's enough to make us pause and ask ourselves what's going on. Is this ordinary? Is this not? Like you said, maybe he's just being creative. What a nice way to be creative. There's a line from the song that says, you can go ahead and read this. That's what.
With your grace, come on.
Is that really what you say to your girl you love? I need your grace. Like you see a girl you like, and you're like, hey girl, I need your grace.
What does magic come on mean?
I don't care. I care about I need your grace. Because who says that to a girl that I need your grace?
I don't need grace on me, chick.
What you need a grace for?
Okay.
So Wizkid, what do you need her grace for?
God. It's to kill me if you have a dead picture to. No, it doesn't mean coffee. In the conspiracy.
No, it's all still the same. These were just the things that I found in the song that were a little absurd, and I was like, okay, I'll do more research on this. So it's still a work in progress.
Yeah. Oh my God. You have enough to take the case to court, at least at this point.
I could.
That's crazy. You're very creative.
Yeah, Wizkid is very creative.
How does it get into trouble? What other things? Oh my God. You are an OAP.
Yeah.
And so, if at this point I've not mentioned that you should know this voice, or you might have heard this voice on the radio before, this is the face of what do you tell them your name is on the radio?
Kelvin AB.
It's really Kelvin AB everywhere. Yeah. That's dope. So how's that? How do you find that? Being in front of the camera and being behind the mic, what do you think?
I mean, I've always loved the idea of being a radio presenter. So let's circle back to the thing about career and how I was overambitious.
Yeah.
So one of the things I stayed with in my head for a long time was being a lawyer. So my dad being a lawyer, and I used to be very obsessed with the dictionary. So maybe that's why I also had this content going on where I would speak BB grammar, I would just flip through the pages and it's like, oh, cantankerous. And I look at the meaning. Why are you being so cantankerous? I talk to somebody, you're nothing but a kleptomaniac. And the whole class goes, hey. So I love that reaction, right? But also what people did every time they heard me do that was, this boy will be a lawyer. Go and study law. And I guess it just got to me like, oh, my dad is a lawyer. I speak big English, so I would be a lawyer. So I really didn't understand what lawyers really do. They show up to court and just speak big English, and then, oh, my lord, he's cantankerous, he's a kleptomaniac, hey, overruled. And then I win. But as time came closer and I was going to write JAM, and I was hearing about post-UME, and I was hearing about cutoff marks, and I was like, what's the cutoff mark for law? And I'm hearing 2 billion. What's the cutoff mark for this? They're like, oh, that's just so. I'm like, oh, who go read all these readings to come score 80, 70, something over? I'm like, life's not so serious, okay? So what else can I have fun doing without having to read like a lawyer?
Yeah, stretch your brain.
And I was like, and then I heard about mass communication, which, I mean, I'm not saying it's a joke, I'm not saying it's not difficult, because it is. As a matter of fact, they started increasing this cutoff marks for the mass comm. Yeah, because it became a hot cake. Everybody mass comm. But at the time that I applied, it was fairly popular.
So that's what you did?
Yeah. So I studied that, but I started listening to the radio more, and boy, was I obsessed with people that were speaking on the radio. Well, These guys were like so cool. And I was like, that's exactly what thing did they read to be on? Must come, I go read them. So that influenced that. And I'm glad I did. And funny story how I got the job even.
Yeah. How'd you?
I was in Port Harcourt at the time. So I had come to Lagos for Nigerian Idol. And while I was, waiting on your audition is like Saturday. So say I was here on Monday, waiting on Saturday for my audition. I'm scanning through Instagram and I see an ad. They're looking for presenters. I'm like, oh, okay, let's try. I send in a video. And they're like, okay, you have to come for an audition. But here's the funny thing. Saturday is when we're doing the audition for the radio.
Yeah.
But I'm still doing Nigerian Idol, right? And I go in for this round. I pass even the Nigerian Idol thing. And then the next round is going to happen on Friday. And if I pass on Friday, it gets even tougher. Like there's no way for me to leave and go for my audition, which is far away in Lekki here.
Yeah.
And this audition is happening. The Nigerian Idol thing is happening somewhere on the mainland, so like worlds apart. So if I remain in Nigerian Idol, I miss out on my thingy.
Yeah.
And God forbid this next round of Nigerian Idol, I can't go fail.
Then you've lost.
Then I've lost out on both things, So I really didn't know what to choose from, but I just went with the flow. So I did the Nigerian Idol thing on Friday, and fortunately and unfortunately, I wasn't selected to make it to the next round. So there I was, heartbroken, with my big ass bag, moving around, trying to get back. As I did reach my area, that very night was when I was printing my, what are these things people print to get job, resume and all that.
Yeah.
By the way, I hadn't really worked in a lot of places. So my resume was, I think it was like very small. I just had like half page, And then I go to this audition venue and then there's all these people with like 6 pages full of like, hey, I've worked here. And I'm like, guys, okay. It's quite intimidating, right? Well, did I also mention my shoe got spoiled on my way there?
On your way to the audition?
Yeah. A lot of silly things happened. But I got in there, one of the organizers, he came in, okay, if you've had about 5 years experience, hands in the air, more than half the room. I'm like, okay, we'll be asked 0 experience, let me raise hand and get some marks. What about 10 years and above? The rest of the crowd, they're going higher. And there I was the only one with no experience. I had done something small radio-wise, and I had studied, but like, not much.
Yeah, after 10 years experience.
Yeah, it was a lot, but like, at that point, I was like, I'm dealing with a heartbreak already. One that is so big that I don't think this one, even if I don't get picked for this one, like,
was your third time trying Nigerian Idol?
Yeah. And I wanted to go prove myself, and then that happened. So it was really heartbreaking. So if I didn't get this job, that would have been a small heartbreak. That was not even what I traveled for.
Yeah.
I traveled to Lagos for Nigerian Idol, and that didn't work. This was just a side quest. But, I went in there, I did my thing, and I was just being silly.
What did they ask you?
What did they ask me? It's funny how, so first of all, they made fun of my resume, by the way. He was like, is this all? That was literally how we held it. Like, is this all? I was like, yeah, so I've only done social media management, right? And, we talked about radio, even like what I've done. Right? I talked about the one time I did something for one radio station like that for a short period of time.
Was it in the resume?
It wasn't even there. My resume was a very clumsy thing I did.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had fun talking. So that was where the magic happened. A lady was sitting there. I didn't even know she was the general manager. She didn't even really dress that day like a general manager. She just showed up and just in the corner. Yeah. Another person was doing the talking. I did talk. Everybody, they laughed. She laughed till she cried. And what I didn't realize was that she, had a lot of say. And it happened. It was lovely when I got the call. And I love radio. Like I don't think I want to ever leave radio. I think it's, no matter what I do, I want radio to be part of that.
Like how it has all led you to something you enjoy doing.
I love talking.
And love that. We have a closing tradition of the podcast where the guest leaves one life advice because, but you're not going to tell us. You're going to write it in our book.
Oh,
This Goodliving book.
interesting.
Sweet shit, they hold me. Strong sheets, they hold me. Why I chopped the rock